Ignition and liftoff.
The view of space and being a potential for humanity, I've always felt that viscerally.
Oh, that looks beautiful, Smith.
I distinctly remember watching the Apollo 11 moon landing.
Okay, engine stop.
Sat on this mat cross-legged and remembered watching those grainy pictures. So that's the impression it made on me, and that was when I was pretty young.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
It seemed crazy at first, seeing this investment banker with a dream to build a rocket.
I think in our first meeting with Adam, we thought he was a little bit crazy.
Adam had this really special ability to learn really quickly and was just obsessed about everything to do with rockets and with space.
Even at that stage, back in 2017, he was very emboldened about what he wanted to achieve with getting a rocket launched into space.
It did seem like a crazy idea at first, and one of the things we specialise in at Blackbird is finding crazy ideas and helping them become a reality. He'd put together this small team and actually started doing things.
I distinctly remember driving for hours down a dirt road to a very isolated site to find where the Gilmour team were doing their first launch in the centre of Australia. And that's when I think it really hit me what this team is doing.
Adam had done a number of tests of this 10-centimetre hybrid rocket and proven that he could get a smooth, steady burn or thrust. The first attempt at suborbital launch failed on the launch pad, and understanding the learnings that got them there were really important.
So if we talk about the need for launch capability, that has skyrocketed, no pun intended. There is a severe lack of launch capability globally today, and so I believe that the market opportunity for Gilmour is greater than it has ever been. Companies need to get to specific orbits with specific payloads. That's the type of solution that Gilmour provides. In many of the investments that Main Sequence makes, many of those companies are what we call dual use, where they have both defence and civilian applications. And so it actually is a factor in our investment thesis, where many of our companies have both that civilian opportunity plus the defence opportunity in parallel, which actually makes them a more sustainable business.
Sovereign capability is really important, and I think it is something that will be a great tailwind for Gilmour over the coming decades. There's a part of the market that Adam and the team are focusing on, and that's this sort of mid-scale satellites, and it's still very difficult to put those in a precise orbit, and that's what Gilmour is going to be able to do really efficiently and effectively. It's one thing to say that we'll rely on our close allies to put things in space when we need them, but let's face it, if something really goes wrong in the world and Australia needs to defend itself, the other countries will be defending themselves first and prioritising their own missions. I think it's really important that we in Australia have the ability to get things to space.
Well, Gilmour has around about 300 suppliers that are working with it today in the Australian manufacturing scene, and these are companies that are small Australian SMEs that had never thought they're building stuff for space. That's what's occurring here right now. So a company like Gilmour is driving a massive ecosystem of suppliers that are up-leveling their capability and actually are becoming space companies.
We've got to face the statistic that most first orbital attempts fail. And so we are going in there hoping for success, but expecting a failure.
Launch 1, learn something, launch attempt number 2, learn something, and then launch attempt 3, usually we hope that you get to orbit. And that's pretty much the norm across the industry when we look at others. And we're backing Gilmour for that same reason. We know that they will get there after a number of attempts.
Through those multiple attempts, we think there's a very high chance that the company succeeds in its mission. Most of Australia doesn't know that this is happening here on the Gold Coast, and that very soon the first Australian-made rocket launched from Australia, built by Australians, will be put in orbit. I think that's a huge nation-building moment.